A blood-covered boy walks into a church holding the broken neck of a guitar, and everyone instantly knows something evil followed him home. Night before, twin brothers Smoke and Stack return to Mississippi after years working for dangerous gangsters in Chicago. They arrive with money, expensive clothes, and a dream: build a juke joint where black people can finally feel free for one night. But the second they arrive, something already feels wrong. The town looks dead, the people look afraid, and even the old men whisper their names like trouble just came back home. Smoke visits the grave of his dead child with Annie, a woman he still loves, and for a moment, the movie becomes painfully emotional. You can see guilt destroying him from the inside. Meanwhile, Stack reunites with his old lover Mary, and the chemistry between them is instantly dangerous. Not romantic dangerous, the kind that ruins lives. Brothers spend the entire day gathering musicians, workers, alcohol, and food for the grand opening. That's when Sammy starts playing guitar, and the moment his fingers touch the strings, the atmosphere changes completely. Even strangers stop and stare. It feels less like music, and more like a summoning ritual. At the same time, miles away in a lonely cabin, a terrified man named Remick begs for help. He claims something chased him through the woods. Then suddenly, the people helping him start screaming. Blood splashes everywhere, and within seconds, the entire cabin turns into a nightmare. That's when we finally realize this isn't just a crime thriller, it's a vampire horror movie. Night falls, the juke joint finally opens. Music explodes through the building. People dance, drink, laugh. For the first time in their lives, everyone feels free. And then the movie delivers one of the greatest scenes of the entire year. As Sammy performs, the music becomes almost supernatural. The room transforms. Different generations of dancers appear. Time itself feels broken. The camera floats through the crowd like a spirit trapped inside the music. It's beautiful, but also deeply terrifying, because outside, something is listening. Then three strangers appear outside asking to come in. They smile politely, but nobody trusts them, especially Annie, because she notices something horrifying. They have no reflection, and suddenly the entire mood changes. Mary seduces Stack into a private room. He thinks she came back because she still loves him, but the second he lets his guard down, she sinks her teeth into his neck. Blood pours everywhere, and Stack collapses onto the floor choking to death. Smoke rushes in and immediately shoots Mary, but seconds later, her body slowly rises back up, smiling, laughing, completely undead. At that moment, everybody realizes they are trapped inside the building with monsters surrounding them. Outside, more vampires gather. Inside, panic spreads. People try escaping, but one by one, they start getting infected. Friends become monsters within minutes, and the building slowly turns into a slaughterhouse. Then comes one of the saddest moments in the film. Annie realizes she's infected. She begs Smoke to kill her before she turns. Smoke can barely hold the weapon steady. But finally, through tears, he drives the stake into her heart himself, and you can literally feel his soul break apart. Survivors try holding out until sunrise, but Remick keeps manipulating them psychologically. He promises freedom, power, immortality, and some people actually begin considering it. That's what makes the vampires terrifying. Not their teeth, their temptation. And the final battle begins. Windows explode. Vampires storm inside. Gunfire erupts everywhere. People are ripped apart in seconds. Juke joint becomes absolute chaos. Sammy finally confronts Remick alone. The vampire tries convincing him that his music can live forever if he joins them. For 1 second, it almost works, but then Sammy smashes his guitar directly into Remick's head, and the silver hidden inside the guitar weakens him. Smoke appears at the perfect moment, and drives a stake through Remick's chest. Sunlight finally reaches the building. Every surviving vampire begins burning alive. Bodies explode into flames. Smoke tells Sammy to leave town immediately and never look back, but Smoke stays behind, because he knows another evil is still coming. The Ku Klux Klan. And the movie's final moments are unbelievable. The Klan arrives expecting weak survivors. Instead, Smoke walks out carrying a machine gun, completely broken emotionally, but ready for war. Bullets rip through the attackers as Smoke sacrifices himself protecting what remained of their dream. Years later, an older Sammy becomes a legendary blues musician, but even after decades, he still remembers that horrifying night. Then suddenly, two familiar faces appear. Stack and Mary survived, still vampires, still watching him after all these years. And when Stack says that night was the last time he ever truly felt free, the movie ends, leaving you disturbed long after the credits roll.